Welcome to Wetsuit Outlet. This is Everything Wetsuits, the series where we break down wetsuits from the leading manufacturers across the world and we bring you a translated version of the terminology, the technical features, and what's great about the suits so you can make the most informed decision when you're buying your next wetsuit. Today we have one of the big players, we have O'Neill Wetsuits. We're going to break down for you all of the terminology, run through each of their suits, where they fit, price point, how great they are, and why they're right for you in your next wetsuit. And we're also going to obviously then touch on the accessories that you can get from O'Neill so that you can pair that alongside your wetsuit to make sure you are perfect to take on whatever water sport you are. Let's dive in. First of all, as always, we're going to start with the technical features and technical talk when it comes to O'Neill wetsuits. O'Neill make it simple and complicated depending on who you are, but once you understand it is really simple because the main feature of their technical talk, I guess, comes around the words Techno Butter, and they have essentially Techno Butter 3 and Techno Butter 4 where you need to really kind of understand. Once you get that, it's kind of plain sailing. It does run through the inside and the outsides of the suits. So I'm just going to grab here a Hyperfreak. So when we refer to Techno Butter, it is all of this and all of the outside, but just different parts of slightly different iterations of the name. So you have a Techno Butter 4, a Techno Butter 4X, a Techno Butter 4 Firewall, and a Techno Butter 4 Firewall Air. They make it easy, you can see. And then they have Techno Butter 3 and Techno Butter 3X. Starting with Techno Butter 3, that's essentially the neoprene that's on most of the wetsuit, shoulders, inside and out. The Techno Butter 3 is super light. It is a really, really lightweight material that is very, very stretchy. It has 30% less water retention on old iterations of O'Neill suits, which keeps it light, and it also means that it dries very, very quick. So Techno Butter 3 is a great construction throughout the suit, if you hear me say that, and it tells you it's going to be light, comfortable, stretchy, and dry fast. Techno Butter 3X is essentially the jersey material that you can see generally through the inside of the suits. This is another exclusively featherweight material to O'Neill. It's a very, very light material and again has incredible stretch and flex. That's why O'Neill are probably the top selling wetsuits in the UK and Europe. I'm pretty certain of that. And that Techno Butter 3X is a big player in that. And then to not complicate it, when it gets complicated, Techno Butter 4. So starting with just Techno Butter 4, it's an award-winning recycled yarn. It's infused with graphene, stretch like no other, and very, very, very comfortable. Then you have Techno Butter 4X, which is like the jersey lining again. The fibers are lined with, it's graphene fibers lined with this jersey. So again, it gives strength and stretch to your wetsuit. So not only are you going to have a great suit that's like super stretchy, it's also going to last you a long time, which makes these incredible. It's easy to see why they win awards. Other than that, you then have the Techno Butter 4 Firewall. So this utilizes recycled graphene fibers again. It's a thicker pile, and basically it's this. And basically when you have this on and your body heats up from paddling and walking to the beach and stuff, it essentially traps that heat and returns it to you. So the warmth retention and the heat is excellent. So sometimes you see like wetsuits with really fluffy linings and they look super warm, and sometimes you can look at this and go, it doesn't look incredibly warm, but it is. It's just this technology that means that they can keep it really, really lightweight as well. So you're not having a really heavy, I mean, this is a 5.4 and it's super light, super stretchy, it's crazy. On top of that, they have the Techno Butter 4 Firewall Air, which is essentially the latest iteration, which also uses technology that basically traps air pockets and heats those up and returns that heat as well. So it's part of a special lamination process. It won't be technical on this video because that's not what this video is about, but if it's a Techno Butter 4 Firewall Air, that's the warmer to the warmth, which is in this bad boy. Other than that, you have essentially the Fuse chest zip entry, which is basically a free floating zip entry. It essentially is there to eliminate water ingress through that chest zip entry, and keep the suit really, really flexible, because sometimes zips can lose a little bit of stretch, but that doesn't happen on only wetsuits. And then the last one is like the exterior fluid weld seams. I will reference these. Basically, all you need to know about that is it's really, really high quality, high grade finish to a wetsuit that blocks water ingress, so it makes them really warm and you're not getting leakage. That's really the technical breakdown that you need. If you want a super heavy technical breakdown, we do have the blogs on the sites and the product descriptions, but that again is not what this video is for. So that's the tech, and now we could dive into the wetsuit range.